Positioning the collective power of personal transformation. Creating vision for you about what I believe we can do together, for each other, and hopefully the wider community. Hi, it's Tracy here. These notes are from a session held on the 25th of September 2024 at Womens Wellbeing Services, Kidderminster. We've all been on a journey of personal development. Not because your boss asked you to, not because your parents made you, not because you've been forced to by anyone other than your own inner sense of who you are and how life is supporting you. You've been on a journey because of your emotions, your feelings, and the results you are getting in life. There are things that have happened to you that have felt wrong, upset you, or made you ill. You've realised things needed to change for you. Most of us have the same things in common. We have felt anxiety and or depression. We've had chronic panic attacks, sometimes stuck in fear cycles for days, months, even years. We felt ill, poorly, or some even suffered chronic illness. We've all experienced loss, friendships, family, jobs, quality of health, loss of things or people we've loved. We've all felt the inner need to find an answer, to look for a way to improve and help ourselves because the medical system cannot support us in a way we truly do need. Some might say they have suffered because of the people around them and how they've behaved towards them. We are women who have this magical process called menstruation running uncontrollably in our body that then shuts down and changes in menopause or gets hurt before there is time for us to feel its benefits in life. We are capable of growing human life inside of us. We all have the wisdom and knowledge within us of what life has done to us and does feel like to us, that only we will ever truly understand. Transforming Me started in 2017. I realised I needed to change me, to take steps to improve myself, to think differently so I could feel differently. I recognised that the current NHS model to support recovery from any mental health illness just is not enough. I needed to start believing in the body's ability to heal. I needed to get my head around neuroplasticity or brain plasticity, which is the ability of the neural networks in the brain to change through growth and reorganisation. It is when the brain is rewired to function in some way that differs from how it is previously functioning. My own ability to control or stop or allow the sympathetic nervous system process to not frighten me or to create more distress for myself. And I needed greater awareness of how many of the problems, feelings and emotions I was experiencing were completely my doing. I needed to shift from a fixed mindset to a growth one, to focus on solutions, things that were going to create a shift in both thoughts and actions, to give in to worrying about my energy and creating more problems just because of what my body was telling me, to focus on my mind, my body and my spirit, all of me. So Project Me Part 1, this was the mind, the psychology, the first stage to focus on the thinking. After learning from Joe Dispenza that your body is just a record of the past, my intuition told me to focus on thought first and what was really going on inside my head. Hence the start of getting to grips with meditation and hypnosis and actively talking myself out of stress and into calm, and learning how the brain worked, learning that you can create new habits of thought and action, making the commitment to not get hooked on prescription drugs. A deep desire to be natural me. After witnessing how much medication was keeping my mom alive and how dependent people become on it for any quality of life, coupled with how much damage it does to the other organs, I wanted wellness. After all, my 20s had been ruined because of undiagnosed celiac disease. Part 2 was then the body, the biology part, getting to grips with the nervous system, how it was impacting my body, and believing also that nerves can be healed and healthy with the right nutrition, support and guidance. The gut-brain connection. The start of looking how gut health was impacting my brain and my body. Pain and energy management. Looking at how illness has an emotional root and how even current negative emotional states were making me feel disengaged to certain parts of life. Part 3, the spirit, the connection to the world. Let me just define spirit. It's a particular way of thinking, feeling or behaving, especially a way that is typical of a particular group of people, an activity, a time or a place. Who I was, how I was showing up, how I was treating people and how they were treating me. Where was I getting my source of love, compassion, understanding and enrichment from? Understanding my ego and how it was not serving me. The problem is, for many of us, we pull away from people because of bullying, hurtful comments, people not understanding us or not appreciating us, people not caring about us or being unkind, thoughtless, not in our wavelength, not wanting the same things as us. Because the people we are spending our time with don't bring us joy. They don't fill us up, they drain us, they sap our energy, they leave us feeling depleted both emotionally and physically. We don't know how to get to make new friends or find new health connections because the place where we need to meet them just does not exist. We're looking for like-minded. Human psychology teaches us to find our tribe and our joy through an art form, religion or sport, yoga, meditation, mindfulness, religion and church, arts and crafts, music and singing, sports and exercise, food, cooking, baking, travel and outdoors, pets or children. Esther Hicks taught me that we know what we like and we know what we don't like. And we know this can only come purely from the things we experience. But if we don't experience things, we don't actually get to know how they make us feel. Problems only become problems in our life because of how they make us feel. Let's just check in with your current beliefs. What do you believe about yourself and life? Do you have faith in yourself or some external source? Do you carry hope that things do and can improve for you? Do you trust yourself to do the right thing by you? And do you believe in personal development and that there can be an improved you? If you do, then you are definitely in the right place. If you don't, then we have some great support approaches to help you get to this point. Going deeper and having self-awareness. Maybe write these questions down and journal on them. What drives and creates your emotional state? Where does your energy come from? How do you recognize what emotional state you are in? What makes up your personality? We are made up of parts. There are many selves. The roles we play: mom, partners, sisters, daughters, carers. At birth we develop our personality and you learn what behaviours are accepted by those around you, which to put forward and which you suppress. They become a pattern and a habit. Then, when in surroundings that don't match or mirror our behaviour, we can feel outcast, different and not accepted. How others see you and how you see yourself. This is when the ego can take over our lives unknowingly, taking on and needing outward recognition and validation rather than seeking authenticity. The ego sees life as a competition, whereas the soul sees life as a gift. The ego looks and compares us to the outside world, whereas the soul looks inwards. The ego feels the lack, yes, yet the soul notices the abundance and feels grateful. The ego is drawn to lust, the soul to love. The ego enjoys the prize, and the soul enjoys the journey. When we learn to shift away from an ego-driven lifestyle to one that is more heartfelt and soul-based, then we notice our spirituality and connection to the world becomes more rewarding. So the aims of the group session are to feel more of those better feeling emotions by raising our vibration more often, bringing awareness to our current levels of emotional intelligence, but to have a chance to practice with each other our weaknesses, to explore and understand more how our emotions are truly driving our motivation in life, and to work on understanding how the ego and limiting beliefs may be a stumbling block in your ability to heal or make the kind of progress you truly want. Improving your character strengths through the women's power types, knowing we have access to so much more of who we are. Recognizing how the energy flows through the body so that the motivation of love and joy and fulfillment becomes so much more achievable. So at this point, we move to focusing on the colour yellow and how the mind creates meaning for words. My challenge for the group is to learn to focus on associating the colour yellow with the chakra energy of the solar plexus. See my video on the solar plexus chakra. If what I've said resonates with you and you feel you would like to become part of our group, please get in touch for more details. We are a group of ladies that are committed to improvements in our lives for the benefit of greater wellness, and want to meet with each other at least once a month for the benefit of meeting our human need for connection, good quality, supportive, loving connection. If this sounds like your cup of tea or coffee and you want to have some fun, then get in touch. Contact Tracy at transformingme.uk or WhatsApp or text me on 07484 130 796. I hope to see you soon.